Yeah, our ed code provisions are made manifest at community college levels with Title V provisions, and those Title V provisions are chock full of mandates. Many, if not most of them, are unfunded mandates. So those then also fall into two categories. They have ones which direct funding primarily for the general operation of the institution, so they're open dollars. On the other hand, the other ones are, as has been mentioned on this slide, categorical. So I draw that picture just to point out that the mandates that speak to the non-categorical dollars are ones which we certainly can and indeed have begun to address. For example, they got the 50% rule, which sounds very good on the surface. That basically said that 50% of all funds from the state that come to a community college must be spent in the classroom. That's something we don't argue with, other than when one starts to parse that out, you find out that counseling services, library services, and a number of other that would probably best be considered in-class services are not within that 50%. So that's something I can see us addressing attention for, and indeed we've had discussion at the board table about that already. The categorical programs do have provisions this year in the funding to provide some latitude in moving monies from one categorical program to another. Not outside of a categorical program, but EOPS monies, for example, may be shifted over to the foster care and kinship program, for example, or there are a number of other categorical programs where we are given a little flexibility to do some maneuvering of funds. I can see us at the board taking that on, and I certainly would be supportive of reviewing that and visiting with our legislature, letting them know what our desires are as far as flexibility. Bottom line certainly is that the community college board should have more flexibility in how they spend their monies, as should the ABC folks.
Thank you. Carmen?
Thank you. Well, I think the colleagues up here have addressed quite a bit in regards to the budget. But primarily, I think Prop 98 tried to address the issue with equitability in regards to how much money comes down to our K-12 and our community colleges. I think part of the problem is, again, that the state budget took so long to get passed. This 2/3 vote at the state level, I think, is hurting our school system because I think that we've had to try to figure out ways to financially sustain our colleges and our K-12 districts in regards to making sure that we're able to provide the education and the quality that everyone expects. Additionally, I think that in regards to the categorical funding, I think we're very limited in the ability that we have sometimes as board members to really move around some of those funds to make the systems and the programs that we currently have work. I think we've done a fairly decent job and a good job in trying to address those issues and concerns. But again, I think that some of those mandates need to be perhaps a little bit less restrictive as we face some of these very challenging economic times. I think it makes it very difficult for us to really provide the quality of service that we'd like to provide to the entire community when our hands are strapped to a certain extent with some of the categorical funding that we do have. And I think Dr. Hewlett mentioned as well with this 50% that we do have in regards to our disposal to kind of move around is very, very limited, and it doesn't really address the full potential that it could have if we were allowed to move some of that around. I think that obviously things do need to change, and we need to continue to have people who understand what the system is like and what needs to happen for it to be more equitable to our communities and serve our students in the way that we'd like to see them served. Thank you.
Thank you, Carmen. And Shay?
Yeah. My thinking about this, the problem is, especially during this budget crisis, the supplemental delay of the budget outlook is really affect community college, because college program and courses have program plan at least 2 years, sometimes 5 years program plan. So if we already plan ahead of time and we receive the budget outlook in mid of summer, then we have to offer the course, we need to cut 25%, like most college cut 25%. And that is too short of time for college for us to do that. We need to, I know they are very busy, but they should work a little bit harder and to give us the outlook earlier, not just half month notice. So we need to fix our budget. And second thing, I agree with Dr. Hughes, the strict rules on the categorical funding is need to be more flexible because right now it's very hard for us to reallocate into different categorical funding. So it has to be changed a little bit more flexible so we can relocate it for needed programs. Thank you very much.